This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll leave it with him. And this home team defense is not rolling out the welcome mat to the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block.
Breaks into the open. Can't get him to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. Got it in the middle, it's Spears. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. She's got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The tap. Touchdown, Badger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Smalls.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Spears. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Badgers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. motion from the wide receiver. Rides to back and leaves it. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st and keeping this drive alive.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Calls his own number. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch.
Turning it on! Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to it. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got his man quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route?
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap.
Come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Got it behind the line. It's Spears. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's... And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
It's just crazy, the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Badgers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Badgers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jamison. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll toss it. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Badgers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The offense changing the play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
Well, and that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage, let him start roaming, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find him to be open, couldn't make a completion, but you got to keep that guy in the pocket.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Fires deep toward the end zone, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And that is a job by the offense executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43.
First and 10.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wide out. Soft spot in the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Flowers. On the move at the 30. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The give to the back. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been...
There he goes! Makes it past the marker. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get them before.
Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make them.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
35, Michigan 21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll send the tight end in motion. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up and misjudges it a bit and muffs it. So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. The inside handoff. And they pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Caught near the sticks. It's Madison. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the 2nd half. 3rd quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He wants to throw it. buying some time. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
And they're able to get him on the ground. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Got a man. It's Flowers.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. That 1 interception and the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the night.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Hines is tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw 1 interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.